Hi, I'm Jeff Jimenez.
And I'm Michele Jimenez.
And we're from the Jimenez team at eXp Realty. Today, I'm going to be able to go over my experience here and why I got into real estate. So, to start, my father moved myself and my siblings out here from Queens, New York, when I was about 2 years old. We grew up here in Massac, New York, and I enjoyed great things here on the island. Fishing, going out on the boat, whatever it was fun. It was great. My father worked for New York City Transit Authority. He was a train operator. He would travel to and from the city daily to provide a great life for myself, my brothers and sisters. My mom worked for William Floyd School District as a teaching assistant, and she loved her job so much she would come home and tell us great stories all the time. When I was about 12 years old, and this is the start of my entrepreneur career and my start of understanding what it took to be a business owner, was I went to my father and I asked him for $20 to go to the movies with my friends. And he looked at me and he said, Jeff, with this puzzled look, he says, Jeff, do I look like an ATM? And I said, no, but all my friends' parents. And he says, well, I'm not your friend's parents. And he says, but I'll tell you what, there's a lawnmower, a rake, and some bags and a wagon in the shed. I bet you if you go and knock on some doors, you'll make $20 to go to the movies tonight. So fast forward, it's about 7 o'clock at night. I come walking through the door, 8, 9, I don't even remember how many lawns I did, but I just got the itch and I just kept going. I walked in the door with $200 in my pocket. And my father said, wow, you had a good day. He says, let's start taking out our expenses. So he would take out all of the, the gas, the bags, and everything you could think of that a normal business owner would have to pay for. So so that taught me that it always took a little bit, you had to always put back into the business to grow your business. So fast forward to probably about age 16, I'm this kid, I'm 16 years old, I'm in high school, I'm at the local bagel store, Manhattan Bagels to be exact, and Michele, this beautiful blonde-haired, green eyes, those eyes that pierce you, walks through the door and grabs my attention right away, which instantly led to me asking my friend Danny, who is this girl? I've never seen her before. And it seemed like nobody knew her name. So I ended up taking it was right before a vacation that we were going on. And I ended up taking almost the entire vacation hunting through yearbooks and anything you could imagine to try and figure out who she was. After about doing that for the entire week, we went back to school the next week, and I was still on the hunt. And lucky for me, here she is walking down the hallway, and I happen to see her and I freeze. I don't know what to say, what to do, but it ended up with a gentle little push that ended up getting her to come and track me down. And that was pretty much the start of how Michele and I became a unified force to not only become this married couple that's been together for 9 years, we've also been actually totally together for going on, 17, 18 years now? So 18 years? Almost more than half our lives we spent together. But I have to say that if it wasn't for her, I don't know if I would have been able to excel my business and give the level of service that I do without her influence. So that's about me and how Michele and I met, in a little brief discussion about how I grew up here on Long Island. And but I'm gonna have to leave you right now because I gotta go show a house. So I hope you all have a good day. I'll see you later, babe. Bye.
Bye. So to tell you a little bit about me and where I came from, we're gonna take you over to Osprey Park. So come follow me. Okay, so I am here at Osprey Park. I grew up here in Mastic Beach, and I am the oldest of two. I have a younger sister and a younger brother. And when we were kids, we would come here and walk up here. We would go fishing and crabbing off the docks with our family. We would eat the crabs when we caught them. I remember when I was a kid, I ended up going through the docks with my grandpa. We were crabbing one day, and there was a rope that you couldn't really see. It was like tied onto the side. So I ended up walking, and I ended up getting tangled in it and falling off the dock. Not that was funny, but I could laugh at it now. It was pretty funny. So the dock is And Osprey Park is one of my favorite places to come and visit. I love to look at the water, just watching it, seeing the boats, seeing everything. I just find it so relaxing and so peaceful. You can go take a look now. I love sitting here. It's just so nice. When I was a kid, we used to come up here with my family. My mom, she works in the community too. She's a local bus driver. My dad, he's a painter. He paints out here. So when we were kids, we would just come out here. It was great growing up. I always remembered when I was a kid, I always had this strong desire to work. So by the time I was 14, I was so excited to get my working papers. My first job was working at Mastic Movie Land. I was the concessionist where you would do the popcorn and the candy and the movies. It was so much fun. I loved that job. From there, I had my Sweet 16, which was awesome. And when I turned 16, I remember walking into Manhattan Bagels, and I remember just looking at this kid. He had a white Tommy Hilfiger sweater. His hair was gelled back, and he just smiled at me, the biggest smile in the world. And when they say you have met love or you fall in love in that instant, I had no idea what his name was. But I soon was to find out that was Jeffrey Jimenez. Love of my life. And actually, you know what? I think Jeff should be done showing that house by now. We're gonna go head over to one of our favorite spots that we'd love to eat at for lunch, TJ Heroes. So let's go. I'm starving.